Ahoy hoy folks, good morning, good afternoon and good evening wherever you are in the world. My name's Sean, aka Uncle Frogface, and welcome to today's video. If you're new here, then welcome. If you're not new, then welcome back. I've been looking forward to this video. So you'll have seen from the title of this video, I have something brand new to share with you, and it's in this box down here. I did a little sneaky peek of this over on social media, so if you're not following me over on Instagram, do go and do that because you'll get to see all behind the scenes things. This is a package from Ferris Wheel Press. If you've not heard of them, then you are in for a treat. Let me turn the camera around and I'll show you what I've got in the box. Well, this is the box, and I've zoomed right in because the items that are in here are nice and small. They're bijou, but I want to get a real good look at them. So, in here we have these gorgeous boxes. Look at that. So you might be saying, Sean, Uncle Frogface, what is this? What are you showing me? Well, Ferris Wheel Press are an ink and pen manufacturer, and they do some absolutely stunning inks and pens. So I heard about Ferris Wheel quite a while ago from some friends, and I'm very fortunate to actually now be working with Ferris Wheel Press. So they work with a few artists and lots of calligraphers, and yeah, they've sent me these inks to review, and not only that, I get to share discount codes with you, but we'll come to that in a little bit. First of all, you see we've got 3 different size and different shaped boxes here. So this is Golden Gate Glow, and I mean the boxes are gorgeous, but the bottles themselves, let me just show you this. Look how stunning that is. That is just insane, and look at the colour of that ink. It is just gorgeous. I'm a little bit overwhelmed, I'll be honest. Yeah, the bottles, the whole aesthetic of Ferris Wheel Press and the products that they do is just amazing. So that's Golden Gate Glow. It's a 38 milliliter bottle. So it says on the box it's a fountain pen ink. It's water based, even tone, rich and saturated, compatible with all fountain pens and dip pens. Used for your next stroke of genius. So then it's fall in love with writing again. This box is just lovely. There's little bits that are captured in full. So there's a little dog here on a sun lounger, and you can see his bandana and his glasses are foiled. There's a little balloon up here that's foiled. See the Golden Gate Bridge. Yeah, it's just, the attention to detail is so lovely. It's a Canadian based company. So we've got this one, so that's a lovely colour already. Then we've got this one. So this one is Bride to Be. It's a calligraphy ink. Premium quality, waterproof, smudge resistant, durable and light fast. And this is a different shaped bottle and a different type of ink as well. So this one it's going to need a little bit of a shake, but this is the Bride to Be bottle of ink, and just look at that. That is so lovely. And this is, well, it looks like more of an opaque ink, and it definitely needs a bit of a shake as well. And we're going to be swatching all of these out in just a moment. So we've got these 2 bottles, so Golden Gate Glow and the Bride to Be. And then we've got this one. So this is one I'm very excited about. This is called Song of Scarlet. In fact, let's just go back and have a quick look at the box for the Bride to Be. Lots of bridal things there and flamingo, so lovely design there as well. 28 milliliter, that one. And then this one, this is Song of Scarlet, and again, lovely. It's a base of red, it has a yellow sheen and a blue shimmer. This is a 20 milliliter one. To experience the full magic of the fairy tale collection, pair the ink with medium to broad nibs or dip pens. Used for your next artistic epiphany. It says on the side here, follow the sound of the flute on the cobbled roads of Hamlin, an enticing melody weaves through the town. Peek between the streets for a glimpse of prismatic robe. While neither mouse nor child knows where it will lead, the journey will take you far beyond your imagination. So it's a very Pied Piper of Hamelin themed box here. It's a giant cat. And this is the fairy as in Ferris Wheel's fairy tale collection. And this one, the shape of this bottle, I've seen online. I haven't seen it in person yet. Wow. Look at that. It's like a perfect little bauble. It is so nice. And this one, it's a shimmer as well, so it does have pigments in there that are going to catch the light and shine. But as it said, it is a red ink with a yellow sheen and blue shimmer, so we can get a lot of variety in this. These all need to be shaken and given a good shake, and then we should do, oh look at that, it's like a milkshake. Wow. We should do a proper swatch test. So let me get myself set up. I'll get some pens and I'll get some brushes out, and we'll go through and we'll swatch these out and see exactly how they work and what they look like. Okay, so I've given these all a little bit of a shake. I've got some little swatch cards down here as well, and I've got my dip pen with a G-nib and just a watercolour brush as well, nice fine one, so we can do a little bit of swatching. I'm very excited about this. Oh, my excited sounds like either Winnie the Pooh or Tigger, and I can't decide which one it is. But let's open these up. A little rubber stopper in here as well. Wow, look at that. In fact, I think I'm going to take some off of here. There we go. Let's do a little swatch. Oh my goodness. Look at that. It's just as true to the colour in the bottle as it is on the paper. It's very opaque as well. Be interesting to see whether it can go over some of these other inks. I feel like some experimentation is needed. Let's give that brush a tiny wash. There we go. I wonder how this holds up with a dip pen. So this is a G-nib dip pen. And this does say it's a calligraphy ink, so I'm assuming, wow. You can get some lovely line variation on that. Look at that. Look how far that's going as well. Single dip. That is, there we go. I think we're just starting to run out there. There we are. That is a lot of coverage from a single dip. That is, let me just bring that a little bit closer so you can see. Look, and it's drying very quickly as well. I can already see this is almost dry here. We're going to do some experimentation between the inks as well, so how they interact with each other. Cleans off super easy. Okay, that is the bride-to-be. Let's have a look at Golden Gate Glow. And this again, oh, they are such beautiful bottles. The little rubber stopper's very useful. It's going to stop it from sticking. Let's just give this a little dip. Oh, it's like liquid amber. Look at that. Stunning. Absolutely stunning. Wow, wow, wow. Right. Let's try with the dip pen as well. That is a lovely ink. Go over this. Let's see if I can, yeah, let's do a bit of wet in wet. It bleeds out quite nicely. Go over where I was before. Yeah, it layers really, really well. Look at that. These colours are sensational. So we've had our very matte opaque ink over here. We've got more of a standard fluid ink there. And then this last one, the Song of Scarlet. This is the kind of, it's almost like a chroma shift one, I think. So we'll have a look at this. Important to know as well, that one, the rubber stopper's actually in the top, that's good. Important to know, with ink bottles, when ink dries, the lid sticking is, oh my goodness, is a real issue. So having that little rubber stopper is wow. Wow. Look at that. Can you see that shift in there? That's the blue tint. As you first put it down, the tint gets lighter and lighter as you go across. It saturates the paper beautifully. It's really lovely. So yeah, as I was saying, the little rubber stopper in the bottle lids, that's really going to stop the lids sticking and being unable to open, because that's always an issue that I have with ink bottles, particularly like Kuretake ink and carbon-based inks and stuff. They do have a tendency to stick, which can be a bit of a nightmare. This is, yeah, I'm kind of lost for words. It's definitely a blue shift in it. You can see that blue sheen, but it's such a light blue. It almost looks silver. It's kind of frosty. Let's see how this works in the old dip pen. Ooh, much darker line. It's much more saturated this way. That would be a really nice ink to do some really bold work with. And it's going, look, it's just going and going and going. And still going, and it's just about to run out. Wow. Right, let's have a look and see how the sheen looks in the pen sections. Oh, it's much more even. It's a little more subtle with the pen and much more evenly dispersed all the way through. But that is really nice. I want to try, so that's dry, that's dry, that's dry. Let's try a little mixing over the top of them. So the red over the orange. Oh, well, it's almost dry. It's bleeding out a bit. So not quite dry yet. Okay, that layers over really nicely. How about over the pink? Yeah. I wasn't expecting it to go over that, but it does rather nicely. Okay, almost going to work backwards now and see how the inks interact with each other. So we're going to go orange into the red, and that does certainly layer up. You can definitely see the ink through it. It just shifts the tone ever so slightly. So I feel like I'm geeking out. I'm being art geek now. We'll do the same again on the, yeah, that works nicely. It actually kind of, it almost melts into, they do both a little bit. They kind of lose some of their vibrancy on the ink. You still get a mark, but it's different from just on the white paper. You can see that there. Oh, art experimentation. I'd love to know what you guys think of these inks so far. I am having a whale of a time. Let's try the pink now over. Yeah, that's nice opacity. It's just covering over. And then we'll do the same on the red as well. So just do a line through. Yeah, look at that. I feel like I should do, I was just going to do a review of these as just seeing how they work. I kind of feel like I should be doing a piece of artwork with them just to really see what I can do with them. It'd be interesting with these colours. So I'll tell you what, give me a few minutes. I'm going to go off and do a quick sketch, and I'll come back and show you what it's like actually inking with these, and I will tell you how you can not only get your hands on these but get a discount on them as well. Oh yes, bringing you all the deals today, so stay tuned and I will be right back. Okay, so as you can see, I decided in the end to go for a bird. I mean, I love doing nature art anyway, and birds have got so many different colours and varieties that it seemed like a good way to experiment with these inks. So I'm going in how I would normally ink, and that is to go in with some line work first, because then I would do washes of black over the top of that. As I said, I don't really use coloured inks very often. I'm very much a black ink user, and permanent black ink. And that was the issue, is that I use permanent ink. It goes down and then it's waterproof, so I can wash over the top and my line work is still there, forgetting that this is water-based ink, so it behaves slightly differently. It's more like a watercolour. So it took me a while to remember that and twig, but actually once I did, I think I made it work to my advantage. I just approached it in a slightly different way. It just meant that I had to go backwards and forwards between the brush and the pen a little bit and use water a little bit more, but it was absolutely fine. So I'm going red line work on the bird, orange line work on the branches. The berries are just going to be matte blobs of the bride ink, the pink ink, on those to be a little bit more kind of graphic. But yeah, that's it. Just a very simple way of doing this. But this kind of experimentation, this is what we should be doing with our art supplies. You know, we should experiment with them, make mistakes, learn from them, so that we can better utilize them in the future. Or you can, you know, just watch me and I'll do it for you, as I have been for a long time, and will continue to do. And I will test all of the art supplies that I have and I'm given, and that I'm kind of collecting in my office studio space. But yeah, you can see here I'm just using a little bit of water. The idea was to go in and let it bleed and do some drips of ink so that it bled through, but actually the line work started to bleed as well. You can still see the line work, but it was bleeding. So I thought, actually, if I just use water on the head of the bird, how does that look? And you can see we get this lovely pink colour. So I just decided to use that. I've got the line work already down. I've got the tones in the places that I want them to be. So I'm just going to approach this like a watercolour, like a very inky watercolour, and I'm going to use the lines that I've already got to spread the colour around. And I really like the way this turned out. I'm still going back to the bottles as well. You can still see line work, but it means that as I go, I can build on top of that. So every time it cuts, that's because I'm letting it dry. So I let it dry, come back. Now I can come back and I can use the brush again and put in some darker tones and darker values, or I can use the pen. And even with that pink, because it's opaque, I can go over the top and add some highlights, which I start to do towards the end. I have to say as well, this red ink with the yellow sheen and the blue shimmer, the camera doesn't do it justice. It is stunning. It looks so... I've always thought of these kind of colour shift, chroma shift things as a bit of a gimmick, and you know, why do that when you can just paint colours and shadows in different ways? But actually, I think I'm a bit of a convert. I've used this on, as you see, the shadows and slightly darker areas. And because I put it down quite thick, as it's dried, you really do get that yellow sheen come through, and it changes the dimension of the picture. And when the light catches the blue shimmer, oh, it's just lovely. It's really, really nice. So I, of course, share all of my things on social media. We have a Discord as well, where I share early previews of things and giveaways. I will talk a little bit about giveaways and discounts towards the end of this, but if you want to be kept in the loop with everything that's going on, then consider joining the Patreon. There are links down below. You can join the Patreon, exclusive Discord, discounts on my Etsy shop. You can chat to me anytime that you want through Discord and private messages. But yeah, go and check that out, and all of that support goes towards helping the channel grow. And if you just want to help the channel grow without financially supporting, that's absolutely fine. Just subscribe to the channel, like the video, so YouTube pushes it out to more people. Really close to the end of this piece, so I'll leave it here and I'll come back with you in just a second with my final thoughts. Okay. That went A lot better than I actually thought it was going to. I love ink, but I usually just use black ink. I don't use coloured ink very often. But these were so nice to use. And with this one, the Song of Scarlet, it said that there was a yellow tone to it as well. So it's red ink, yellow tone, blue shimmer. And I wasn't really seeing the yellow first of all, but hopefully you can see this. Can you see? I'm trying to not make sound from my microphone, but can you see that yellow shimmer in there? So it's actually got like a yellow tone to it as well, which just makes this pop. I was super surprised. So obviously these two, they're water-based inks, and they work a little bit like watercolors. When you put them down, you can mix them together. Really, really nice. And then this one is waterproof when it goes down or when it's dry, so you can go over the top of it. What I then discovered is when you put this over the top of the other inks, it saturates with that colour a little bit. So actually we've got some gorgeous purple tones in here as well, where I just put little dots of the bride to be ink, and it's picked up the crimson from the scarlet from the other ink, and it's created this lovely purple colour. I think this needs to be cropped slightly to be maybe like that, but I really, really love this. And the Frisk paper as well, so the Frisk mixed media paper held up super well with these inks. Very impressed with that indeed. So I would love to know what you guys think of these Ferris Wheel Press inks. Have you heard of Ferris Wheel Press before? Have you used their inks before? There are going to be tons more colours coming, and I will be reviewing as many as I can. I will be doing giveaways of these points as well. So just like all the other giveaways on my channel, make sure you are subscribed. Make sure you have that notification bell checked so you don't miss any videos, because I'm not going to announce when there are giveaways. They will just be within a video, and you have to watch it to make sure you get in with a chance to win whatever it is I'm giving away at the time. There'll be at least one giveaway a month. I have to say, and yes, I am an affiliate with Ferris Wheel, as I've said, but that is really purely on the back of this. They know, as well as everyone else, I only endorse and I only work with people who I genuinely believe in. And if they'd sent me these products, if this test hadn't have gone well, I would say that, and I wouldn't be offering an affiliate link or any discounts. I would just say, yeah, this is not for me, but I am in love. So don't forget, if you want to get a 10% discount on any of the Ferris Wheel products, that's the inks, pens, anything from the website, use the code UFF, that's Uncle Frogface, UFF, and you can get 10% off any of your orders, or click the link down in the link tree. There's a section for affiliate codes and portals. Go on there, you'll find the Ferris Wheel Press one, get your discount there. This is going to make perfect Christmas presents for artists, calligraphers, people into their lettering and all sorts. This is, I mean, this is just 3 colours, and there are so many more to explore. I'm very excited. We haven't even touched on pens. But look, as always, I really hope you've enjoyed today's video, and until next time, goodbye.